Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be doing my deck profile for the Celestials. This is a new archetype or sub clan of Angel Feathers. I don't know if I should be referring to them as sub clan or archetype. I prefer archetype because they're not really clan. I mean, it's Angel Feather clan, but it's like a specialized or more theme based build with the blue wings. Basically, Celestials all are angels, or I guess celestial animals or something. Like, I don't know. I don't even think there are any animals in this one, because I know in the old ones they had the Pegasus stuff. Anyway, celestials are the angels with blue wings. So for starters, we have First Aid Celestial, Peniel or Peniel. It's a pretty decent starter. It's the Celestial starter. It's the only one they have. And for the trigger units, 4 of the new Celestial Heal. And I'm going with, just so I can showcase all the Celestial cards, I have the 4 stands in here. I've been playtesting the deck, and they really need to run 8 critical or 6 draw and 6 critical, but the stands are really not good in here. At least they don't really help you out too much because you end up having to attack with one of your rear guards first. And if you don't get a stand, that's not ideal. Anyway. Next, okay, they do have a Pegasus. I forgot. They have a draw trigger. So see, it's a Pegasus with blue wings. So everything here has blue wings. And then their Celestial Critical. So basically, the stock vanilla standard build of 444. 44444. 4 4s. Anyway, on the grade 1s, we have 4 Adamantine Celestial Aniel. 2 of them are Japanese, I don't really care. These are a lot sturdier than those. Anyway, 4 Sentinels for Celestial. 4 Hesediel. I think that's how you say that. She is your 9k booster, so she's kind of like the Pegasus for them. The only difference is she doesn't get nearly as strong, mainly because she is restricted to only when there is Zerachiel in the damage zone, or Zerachiel. But she's still pretty essential. She takes the place of the 8k vanilla. Although the deck has some consistency issues because it's very dependent on having Zerachiel in the damage zone. That's the main weakness this deck runs into a lot. Whoops. Next we got 3 Marking Celestial Arabhaki. I'm not sure how to say that. Arabhaki, I think. She is your 10k grade 1 early game rusher. And then 3 Yeqon. Yeah, she's the one who she allows you to have draw power, but again, she's reliant on Zerachiel being in the damage zone. I've playtested the deck quite a bit, and that's really the main weakness is Zerachiel having to be in the damage zone. That dependency really, I don't know, it's a big weakness in the deck for Celestials specifically. Moving on to grade 2, 3 Becca. She is the Celestial 10k vanilla. 4 Raguel. They all have strange names. Anyway, she's the Knight of Nullity for them. So she's a 12k grade 2. So most of the time you want to have one column with her on it as you're attacking rear guard to apply pressure. Next, 4, and this is probably the most important grade 2. 4, and it just so happens to have the weakest attack too. Candle Celestial Sariel. She is very important because she's the one that allows you to set up your damage zone and put Zerachiel in there from the deck. So you definitely, if you're running Celestial, you definitely have to run 4 of these. It's very important. Probably the most important grade 2. I would go so far as to say this along with Zerachiel is probably the heart and soul of the deck. It's the engine. Without this, without being able to either damage check a Zerachiel or being able to put one in here, you're gonna have trouble. And before anyone says anything, I know someone's gonna post a comment. You should be running the Cupid cards. Yeah, I'll eventually add them in. They're in my Metatron deck still. And this is supposed to be a pure Celestial deck just to showcase all the Celestial cards. But eventually I will change and put them in. And that should fix a lot of the problems. Next, for grade 3s, it's pretty straightforward. For Ramiel, she is your Angel Feather Break Ride. She also happens to be a Celestial. And then 4 of the main late game Vanguard. For Solidify Celestial Zerachiel. Or Zerachiel. She's the main one that the deck is super reliant on. It's almost as if the whole deck revolves around her. 1 copy of her being in the damage zone and 1 being on the Vanguard circle. So yeah, that was pretty much Celestials. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what other type of clans you want to see. Some people have already requested the Dimension Please, Grom Blue. I think Spike Brothers was also in there, and Great Nature. And I do plan on uploading those eventually. I'm just going through all the new Seal Dragon Unleashed or BT11 decks first, and then I'll get to those. So as always, guys, rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks.